Focus every day to Bari Sari. Have it hard. You're not gonna do it right. That's delicious. Nobody has 2,000 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavinda. Everybody please chant Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Mataji,
Hare
Jalo
Hare
Ram.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Dandavat Pranam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Understood what happened. Today I was prepared and sitting properly. As soon as I sat, suddenly I don't know, power cut.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Some
Hare
disaster should happen, right? You are giving class.
Rama, Hare
Something should happen. How can class go nicely? Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Gentlemen, keep this zero ego. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Amat చేతులు Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. You can take over Padma Sakhi Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. I see Kabir. Who is Krishna? Livan. Nobody
Krishna
showing.
is a little girl from Damodar. She is now with us. Yeah, Damodar group. She's little silent. Krishna, can you on your video? Mataji want to see you.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to. Where is Vrinda? Hare Krishna, Krishna. You can leave the video on. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Mataji, my eye got red.
No, you don't need to show that. Okay.
Last 2 Wednesdays before, there was Nityananda Trayadasi. So I didn't see you. I think it's been almost a month that we met.
Mataji, are we doing Kahoot today?
Kahoot is not on Wednesday. Can we do on Wednesday? If your
Yes,
mom
we
gives
can,
permission.
Mataji. We can do any day.
Is it, Mataji? If it's okay, then every Wednesday I will also bring some 5 questions of Kahoot.
Yeah, Mataji, you can get Mataji. No problem. You get Mataji. That's okay.
Okay. Okay then. From next time, okay? I have a Kahoot account, I think. My Prabhuji has. I will do it from next time.
Do it, Mataji. Everybody wants everyday Kahoot. So you can do it. No worries.
Okay then. Okay. So today we will see Maitreya Muni is expressing his gratitude to Vidura. Why he is expressing? What is the need? We will see. Okay. You all can talk today. So much of talking. Param raised hand. Why, beta?
Can I read the quote?
Yes, you can read the quote. I was about to pick somebody. You are proactive. So we will give you. Huh.
March 6th. Keep your health in good condition and work very hard for Krishna. That is our motto for life. Letter to Raya Rama, March 6th.
Raya Rama.
Raya Rama, March 6th, 1969.
Okay. Vrinda, you tell me what you understood in Prabhupada's quote.
So you should keep your health in a good place, in a good condition, and then if we work very good in hard in Krishna consciousness, then that will motivate our life to be in Krishna consciousness.
Okay, now Kabir, you tell me how we can be healthy. You tell me how kids can be healthy. Kabir, and then next Livan also will tell.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So like being healthy is like doing like the 3 exercises, which is
We have to do
or
exercise.
like stretching, and when you're like doing like this, like your heels up and doing this.
Live demo. Good boy.
And
okay, and we will see what others will tell. Okay, beta? Oh, sit-ups? You mean sit-ups? Sitting
as
and
well
sitting?
doing like this, like pulling your ears and breathing.
Okay,
and
then we will see. Okay. Now Kabir's turn is over. Next, who is showing video, they will get turn. Livan, you tell me. How can we be healthy? How kids can be healthy? He's saying by exercise. You have anything else?
You can keep your diet in condition by not eating too much junk food and too much sweets.
Okay. Now Kabir said exercise. Livan said not too much junk food, not too much. What's the sweets? Okay. Now what about Surut's sister?
Eating fruits and keeping your diet.
And he's also saying you have to keep healthy and we have to work hard for Krishna. How can we work hard for Krishna, Janavi?
By chanting the Maha Mantra.
That is working hard for Krishna. Okay, I think it is working hard for Krishna only because you are always sleepy, you don't want to do it, but still you do it. Okay. Who else is on the video? Tushita, tell me, how can we be healthy and work hard for Krishna?
Chanting.
We chant every day. क्या बोलेगा?
Chant every day.
एक मिनट रुको.
Chant every day? That Bhaiya already said. You tell me something else.
एक मिनट रुको, तुम्हारा वीडियो नहीं है.
Okay.
Cleaning the temple.
Okay, working Okay, working hard for Krishna. Okay, one last one. Param, you tell.
Mataji, what we can do is for working hard for Krishna by helping in his service, like doing like if there's we can work hard for Krishna by earning like we can study, like the kids can study so that they get a good education and then get a good job so that we can earn a lot of money for Krishna.
You can do book distribution.
What's in your view?
I'm saying yes. So what Prabhupada is saying is very, very, very important, right? We have to do the needful to take care of our health. Like my son, now we are having holy celebrations in our congregation here. Last year I told him, no, don't come. It doesn't suit you. But he still said, I will come. I will come. I will stay far. He came. He had a very bad asthma attack after that. He struggled a lot. Now there is a holy celebration this Sunday. He himself is telling, I will not come because it doesn't suit. It is not healthy for me. So we should always do whatever is healthy for us, right? A diabetic patient eats lot of sugar. What happens? They will have a lot of high sugar levels and they'll have a lot of health issues. Taking care of health is very, very important. And especially kids should avoid junk food. Eat lots of home food. Very, very less junk food. Okay? That which you all do. I know you all eat prasadam, right? And eating prasadam will make you healthy because Krishna's special blessings are there. Okay? And now Vrinda, you're raising hand better for something?
I just wanted to say something that if you were working hard for Krishna, you would like if you were working hard in Krishna consciousness, then what would you be doing is you would be sincerely following the for the good of principles, and if you were like at least like 16 or 12 years old, then maybe you would be chanting 16 rounds. And if you were like 9 or 8 years old, you should be like chanting on at least 4 or 5 rounds. And you also have to preach, and if you read books about Srila Prabhupada books, then also you'll get blessings. And then if you do Abhishek to Krishna, and also if you maybe some kids also can put Krishna to sleep. So if you put Krishna to sleep, that's also good. And changing the deity's dresses, that's also good.
Okay. Okay. Good girl. Okay. Now,
Mataji, I could not hear you.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm getting muted always. Okay. So I wanted to ask, I'm asking in 1 or 2 lines, who will tell me what is happening till now? Just 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Just like a summary. Who is talking to whom? Who came where? What is happening? Raise hands, please. Suhrut. Suhrut.
Mataji, so Uddhava was talking to Vidura about like what happened when he saw Krishna, and he's directing Vidura to go to Maitreya Muni so he will understand better about Krishna.
Okay. Good boy. Suhrut is very attentive, looks like, right? Okay. I'm seeing somebody
And
is.
Spurti Mataji. Suhrit is my brother, Mataji.
I know Surud and Spurti. I know you when you were very little. Maybe you forgot me. I know your mom.
Mataji from Philadelphia.
Yes, I know your mom since then.
Philadelphia.
Where are you living now, Surud and Spurti?
Georgia, Augusta, Georgia.
In Georgia. Same place, right?
Yeah,
Mataji, I live near Philadelphia.
I know you lived in Philadelphia. If I come in spring break, I will see you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll start.
Mataji, did you call my name?
Hey, why am I getting muted? Is there any co-host?
Mataji,
Hey,
are you getting...
Who is
who is
muting
the co-host?
you?
Somebody is muting me. Vrinda.
I'm not muting you, Mataji.
I know you will not. I'm teasing you, okay?
Mataji, but I wanted to say something. Yesterday, we learned about the story where I don't know their names, but there was a father. He left, and then he told his son to offer the food to Gopinath, and then he offered the food, and he was crying that he thought that the Didi will not eat food, but then he
Okay,
thought
I
that...
got the story. I know, I got the story. Okay. Okay. So now Uddhava asked Vidura to go to Maitreya Muni and ask all the truths about Lord. Though was telling, okay, I have to leave. So you go to Maitreya Muni and you ask. And he said, you ask all the questions about name, fame, qualities. Suppose somebody gives a task. I get a task that I have to know about president. They will say, know about president's age, height, weight, his likes, his dislikes, his daily routine. They take interviews. You know how many of you seen celebrities interviews? They follow them. They want to see their daily routine. And so they keep clicking, right? Pictures here and there we see. These days with social media, so many things keep popping up about celebrities, right? So now like that, if they go to gym, it's a big issue. If they go to shopping, it's a big issue. For everything, they will put some post on the social media. So, but now what is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So he's asking, go and ask about his name, his fame, his qualities, his pastime, his entourage, everything. Go to Maitreya Muni and you ask about the Lord. So now Vidura will go to Maitreya Muni, but Vidura could have directly asked these questions, right? But Vidura is thinking about us. He's thinking common people cannot understand about Krishna, first of all. What to talk about Krishna's name, fame, Krishna's pastimes. First of all, you should know about that person, right? It is so surprising that so many from India don't know the basic things. Even I was like that till I came to Krishna consciousness. I did it literally, I don't know basic things like how you kids are all so lucky. If I ask you some question about Ramayana, Mahabharat, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, you all tell. But being born in India, it is such a pitiable situation that they don't know the basic things. Recently, I heard somebody, they was telling Subhadra is the wife of, is Subhadra the wife of Krishna? Somebody was asking. I'm like, what? Subhadra is the wife of Krishna? So basic things are also not known. So whether I was thinking, common people, they don't understand directly if we ask about the details of the Lord. They must first know the position of the Lord. Who is he? We should know first. First, if you have to know about a president, you should know how powerful that position is. You should know who the president is. What is the role of a president? How important a president is. So now Vidura is thinking like that. We should know, which the common people should understand, what is the real position of Krishna. What is his position? Then only, now if we know that, yes, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like if we know president is, yes, the ultimatum in the country, then it makes sense. It's more curious, right? Why celebrities, why the YouTube don't post about normal people? They post about celebrities. Then only they get lot of likes and lot of views. They get money because everybody wants to know about great people, right? For us, we consider celebrities as great people. Like that they want to, like Vidura was thinking, he wants to, it's very important that the common people know the real position of Krishna and then know about the details. So Vidura is thinking about us. Vidura is more compassionate, right? So now Vidura, who is already a perfect devotee, he goes to Maitreya Muni and he inquires. He will ask, give us the direction on how one should live for real happiness. See, for us, so many of us, most of us, right? What gives real happiness? These days, on a common note, most of the real happiness is in television, right? How many of you will agree?
Me.
Most of us, whatever it is, whether it is a cartoon, movie, serial, shorts, this, that, the most attractive thing in today's generation is what? TV, right? Screen. Basically screen. iPad or TV or laptop or whatever. Yes or no? How many of you agree? Raise hands. I am also raising my hand. Okay. So we think, you know what? When my mother comes, my mother watches this daily serial. You kids, you might not be knowing. Your parents know. India, there is this series of movies just done in 2 hours, right? But serial goes for 2-3 hours. Sorry, 2-3 years. Every day it comes for half an hour. And the parents are so attached to this serial. They get so involved. Trust me. They get so involved in the characters and they start scolding the character. My mother does that. And my kids will be looking, whom is my grandmother scolding? Then she will tell, not you, somebody in the TV. So much involved. So much involved. Have you ever, anybody else faced that? Did you ever see your grandparents doing that? Too much involvement in serials. I'm looking at those who on the videos. Like that, my mother, my grandmother, whenever I see them, then I tell them, why are you wasting your time? Then they will say, I'm feeling bored. What can I do? What will I do? I'm feeling very bored. Then I always tell them, if you don't have spirituality in the old age, you will not know how to engage yourself. You tell me, if a person is spiritually, if a person is very spiritual, Krishna consciousness, very spiritual, then what will they do in their old age? What must be they doing in old age? Livan, you tell me, what do you think they will do?
They will probably not wasting their time, and they're probably chanting.
Okay, Ramachandra, what do you think the old people will do if they are spiritual and Krishna consciousness?
They'll probably be chanting Hare Krishna.
Yeah, they will be reading
Japa.
books. They'll be reading books. They'll be reading Ramayana, Mahabharata, something they'll be reading, right?
Maybe they'll always be doing Krishna and they'll always be chanting and reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Mataji,
Mm.
Mataji, what they might be doing is they might be serving Krishna by their possible way, because they're old though, but they can still serve Krishna in a different service, because everyone can do a service, because they might do a different service either than the young, like the young.
Okay. Yes. So he's asking what one should live for real happiness. So you have to underline the point, real happiness. There are so many happiness for us. For kids, if you want a toy or if you want a phone, if the parents buy, you think you're happy. If for somebody it could be a dress, for somebody it could be jewelry, for somebody it could be food, for somebody it could be TV. So they're all temporary. After phone is done, something else will come. After something else is done, something else will come. Right? If TV is there, video games will come. If videos are there, what is that? Nintendo Switch, I think. Something will come. They're all very temporary happiness. So he's asking, what can we do for real happiness? So Vidura has a lot of humility and a lot of compassion. Vidura is a great devotee. He doesn't have to know all these things. He already knows, but he's asking for all of us. So now Vidura's questions. Great philanthropic souls travel to show compassion to the fallen souls. So many. Can you tell one best example of philanthropic souls traveling to show compassion? One example you can think of immediately.
Maybe Nard Muni?
Who else?
Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.
Patita Pavan.
Good show. His Holiness Jayapatak Maharaj wrote this song, right? Yadi Prabhupada na hoy to. Beautiful song. Dinu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Lord himself, but I was also thinking in my mind about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has that compassion, right? How much compassion he has on all the souls, that he did such a big sacrifice for somebody whom he doesn't even know. He doesn't know all of us, but he did for all of us. So now, Vidura is asking, can you please tell me about the Lord? So what is he asking is, he's asking about, we'll not go into details because you will see that later. So he's asking about, can you please tell about Lord's Purushavasaras, Leela Lord's different forms, Dashavasaras, how he creates this living creature, how is he, different living creatures, how is he creating, how is he maintaining? He wants to know all that. What are the living conditions in various planets? You know, how many of you agree? Can you give the phone? I want to see the time simultaneously. So, how many of you agree that there are living conditions in different planets?
Me.
Me.
Mm.
Me.
Where do you think? Jagannath?
Mars.
Mars? Okay.
And Pluto. A fake.
Jupiter.
Mars.
Saturn.
Golok Vrindavan.
Golok
Me?
Vrindavan.
The upper planet. The upper planet.
No, actually, sorry. Okay. Anyways, if we now discuss about if we can live in Mars, Jupiter, that will be again an entire different discussion. But Vidura is asking all these questions to, give the phone, Dinesh. Is asking all these questions to Maitreya Muni. And then, see now, what do you see? You know, how many of us are very curious to know about Krishna?
Me.
Mm.
Me.
All of
I know. I'm curious to know about Krishna.
you're curious to know about
I'm
Krishna.
curious to. I'm curious. I have questions about Krishna.
I'm curious to.
I'm curious. I have a lot of questions.
Okay. So now Krishna Katha is very, very important, right? See, that's why they say one should not do prajalpa. What is prajalpa? Who know prajalpa? You know, one time what happened? Who was that person? I think Akbar, Birbal. I think Birbal. I'm not sure. So he's just chanting the holy names. I forgot somebody. Okay, but whoever it is chanting holy names and he's walking. And then when he was walking on the road, he sees one girl who is getting married in few hours. And then she talks about the necklace, the jewelry, a nose ring that was given by her mother-in-law. Now, when a girl is getting married, she gets a lot of gifts from the husband's side, right? So she is talking about all that and she's describing how beautiful it is. She's describing, so recently there was wedding at the Ambanis. You know, Ambani is richest person in India and one of the 10, like he's amongst the 10th richest in the world. And everybody's talking about that wedding. Oh, what sari, what jewelry. You might be asking Mataji how you know all these things. You know, I have some material friends from my college. We have one group in WhatsApp. They keep posting few things like this, few things. Most of the things I ignore, but one or two, you know, they're eye catchy. I just see. So they keep talking about these weddings. Now, oh, this jewelry, that, this, what an opulent wedding, fairy tale wedding, this, that. So this girl also is talking about that nose ring. So then this, I think Birbal, I'm not knowing who that is, but he will go and ask, okay, you're talking about the nose ring. It's very good. You're talking about the nice diamond studded nose rings, the diamonds, the cost of it. It's very nice. But why are you not talking about the nose? Then she's confused. Then he says, to keep a nose ring, you should have a nose. And who gave you the nose? Who gives the nose? Krishna gives the nose. Yeah, Krishna gives the nose. So whom should you talk about? You should talk about the one who gave you such beautiful
Or
nose.
maybe you should say. Maybe you should just say that I got it from God. If you didn't know who
No, the
Krishna.
point is people waste a lot of time in these things. Like they keep massaging their brain with all these material things. But your brain has to be massaged a lot more with the spiritual things than these material things, right? So
Yeah.
that is the point. So then he will go and remind the person who gave you nose, why are you not talking about him? Talk about him. See, how many of us feel so bored when Krishna Katha is going? Honestly, tell in Bhagavatam class, I always feel
Mataji, Mataji, depending on what like if there's a story and then
Okay, now you don't talk about when
Depending-
you're okay. Now you shouldn't. And now, see, I'm not asking about once in a while somebody comes who narrates stories very nicely, like Nitai Sevani Mataji, Amarendra Prabhu, Arjun Saka Prabhu. They are very good at narrating stories, right? So when they come and they're giving class, the children are sitting very attentively. That is okay. But in general, when there is a Bhagavatam class, this time I went for Yatra, right? Of course, I was very sick that time. I was not well. When I was going for Yatra, I was sick, and like that only I went to Jagannath Puri Yatra. Every day in the evening, Maharaj gives class in the Pandal. I literally have to pinch myself. I would pinch myself so hard to be awake. I used to doze off. So much dozing off. Sometimes there will be a pillar behind. Forget about evening class. Sometime in the morning class also. Morning when we go for Yatra, they will give class. I will lean to a pillar just for sitting comfortably, because as I said, I was sick, right? I used to doze off. So much dozing off. And I used to think, is anybody seeing me? And the Matajis who are sitting beside me, they said, Mataji, don't worry. We are also sleeping. So what I'm saying is, it's very common. Once the class starts, everybody starts yawning. So that shows how much interest we have on Krishna Katha. But one time, what happens? I think Tukaram Maharaj, I'm not wrong. Son Tukaram, what he does, he starts giving a class. Okay. And Tukaram Maharaj was such a nice devotee that, if devotees, if they're talking about something, it's so engrossed, right? Like how Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, what happened? He looked so opulent from outside because he's from an opulent family, right? And when he goes to see Gadadhar, like when Gadadhar Pandit sees him, what will Gadadhar Pandit think? Gadadhar Pandit will think, what kind of devotee is he? He looks very opulent. But then Mukunda, the servant who was just beside Gadadhar Pandit, he will understand. And Mukunda starts reciting about Putana. And immediately, what will happen to Pundarik Vidyanidhi? He will go unconscious because he goes in the trance. So those who are devotees, when they hear Krishna Katha, they just get so mad like a madman. We might not understand that because we are not at that stage. Like suppose your favorite song is coming. See, it's been 14 or 15 years I really watched a movie. 14, 15 years. But before that, if I had any favorite songs coming, still my heart feels so happy. Somewhere on the roadside, or when I go to India, somewhere some WhatsApp tone, some ringtone, some music is coming. Then still, I feel so like that. My heart feels so happy. Though Amma.
Yeah, Mataji, like you said, Mataji, when devotees hear about Krishna Katha, they immediately faint. I gave the presentation before, and Narottam Das Thakur, when he got the Krishna Prema from Padmavati River, he became a bad man because of all the Krishna Bhakti he had.
Yeah. So like that. So then what happens with the story? Thank you, Spurti. And then what happens because of that? Pundarik Vidyanidhi, when he faints, then Gadadhar Pandit will understand. Wow, how sit here, how sleep in here. How great Pundarik Vidyanidhi is. I made an offense by thinking he's a material person. He's not a material person. He's a great devotee. Then he will think like I made a mistake and he will feel bad. So what I'm saying is, those who are so addicted to Krishna Katha, like how we are addicted to our so many other channels like Mr. Beast. Stop. So many of the things. My son, he likes Mr. Beast a lot. How much ever I try, he finds ways to go and watch Mr. Beast. I don't know how many of you know Mr. Beast.
Not today. I watch him.
We all know him.
Yeah. So like that, some are attached to few things. Like that, who are attached to Krishna Katha, they get so mad, like how you get mad for the video games, Nintendo Switch and all those things, right? So one day, Tukaram Maharaj, he was a great devotee. So what he does, he chants the names of the Lord all the time, the glories of the Lord all the time. So one day he was narrating all these things to people around. And say he has a class. So no, Just give me, Dina Krishna, he's joining. You can sit. So then what happens? He just goes on and on and on. That's how sometimes speakers, they go out of the time. Why? Overtime, sorry. Why? Because they cannot stop. That's why many speakers, sometimes they get engrossed and they keep going on and on and on. So what happens? He keeps going on and on. And some felt bored. They left the place. Some felt sleepy. They slept there itself. And by the time Tukaram Maharaj came out of the trance, he saw one person and he felt so happy. Wow, we don't need thousands and lakhs of people. I have at least one person listening to me. He felt so happy. And that person said, you know what he said? Anybody can guess?
He said that
No.
I didn't understand.
Huh? No. Even when Tukaram Maharaj felt happy that he was there, you know why that person said he was waiting there? Any guess?
Because he wanted the lecture to end.
Hmm?
Because he wanted the lecture to end.
No.
because he wanted to make him happy.
He wanted to make him happy. No. He gave a shocking answer why he was waiting. You know why he was waiting?
Dad.
He was waiting. He said, I am waiting so that I can take the blanket that you are sitting, like you are sitting on. That's my blanket. I'm waiting for you to finish the lecture so that I can take my blanket. And Tukaram Maharaj was thinking, see, so it's not very easy to become Krishna consciousness. People will not, like yesterday I read somewhere that those who eat meat, those who have not good food habits, they don't like Krishna consciousness. They will feel it's very boring. I see in my relatives, they don't like. And when my kids try to tell, they don't like. So the point here is that we are talking the importance of Krishna Katha. So in Krishna Katha, what did Gopi say? How many of you know Gopi Geet? In Gopi, Dev, Bala, you're raising hand, Anna? You want to say something?
But I don't go big. I heard of it.
Mataji,
Bala
I
is- Okay, I think Bala is not knowing how to unmute. We'll figure that out. Anyways, okay. So in Gopi Geet, what it is said? He said, Tava Katha Amritam. Tava Katha Amritam. They said, your Katha is like Amritam. Right? So Krishna Katha is like, Param is getting engrossed singing now. Tava Katha Amritam. Taptaji.
In the class.
It goes like that, right? So your Katha, the gopis, who can give more proof than Krishna's Katha other than gopis? So gopis are telling, your Katha is like Amritam. You know what is Amritam? Who can say what is Amritam? You wait.
Nectar.
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 Okay. Okay, nectar. Dina Krishna is saying pot of nectar, and what else?
It's nectar, the beauty of nectar.
Huh? So Amritam is something that you drink, what will happen? If you drink Amritam, what will happen?
Very purified.
No, not purified.
You'll become very nectar.
There's some
You'll become madman for.
You'll be an expert.
Okay, you're saying you'll become ecstasy. No, there's one very important thing.
immortality.
Ah, wonderful. Who said that?
Soharad Mataji.
I was thinking that it was you. Yes. So one will become immortal. There is no death. Right? What does that mean? We don't want to be. What is meant by you don't get death? That means you'll be liberated. You'll always be in spiritual world serving Krishna. So Krishna Katha is like that nectar, which is Amritam. Right? So hearing Krishna Katha is very, very important. How many of you think you're all Krishna conscious kids, right? You're nicely practicing. How many of you agree with me that when you associate with your friends who talk about a little bit movies, who talk about little outside food, how many of you really get little distracted? How many of you experience that when you associate with friends who
Me.
are...
No.
Me.
I never.
I myself, whenever I go to India, I myself see very difficult to chant, very difficult to do what I'm doing. And sometimes I also feel like, sometimes, I also feel, then I sit and think, see, why am I thinking like normal people? Why am I wasting my time? Like that, I think. But sometimes we get that thought, right? It's very, very important to encourage Krishna Katha than to talk. I know your kids, you want to talk. That's fine. your kids. You have to, it's different with you, but you should try to talk about Krishna as much as possible. You can talk
Mataji,
about your things, but you
Mataji,
should. Mama,
how are we supposed to talk about Krishna? What if they don't want to hear about Krishna? But how are we
yeah,
supposed?
then you don't have to hear so much about what they're telling. That is my point. Now, not all your friends will like to listen what you say. And I'm not going, you don't have to roast anybody. You have no right to roast anybody.
Roast. Oh,
Yeah. So what I'm telling is that's what I tell my kids. You will not have devotee friends in the school. That is okay. But what I am telling is you don't have to listen what they say. You don't have to encourage. My son says they keep talking. I tell, why are you encouraging them? First place itself you have to.
Try to lose Hanuman, Ram, and stuff like that.
Okay, so you have to speak. Very, very important is Krishna Katha. Like how honeybee is always taking the nectar, right? Like that, we should be like that honeybee who is very thirsty for Krishna Katha. So important, right? And now we will see. Krishna also says this. Who knows this shloka? All whoever knows can unmute and say. Now you all will go on mute. Krishna is also telling he will enjoy when we talk about him. See, the thoughts of my pure devotee. Okay. Now we are done. Krishna is also saying, my pure devotees, the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another, talking about me. So Krishna is also saying what good devotees and pure devotees do. So if we are wanting to be a good devotee, then like how you get awards, right? Student of the month, student of the semester, student of the quarter, student of the month. So how you get awards? Krishna is also going to award you and reward you for what you do. It's not just going waste, right? So listening to Krishna Katha is so important, like how Vidura is now just wanting to hear about Krishna. And now Maitreya Muni is feeling so grateful and is feeling so appreciative about what Vidura is doing. So Maitreya Muni is saying, your questions are showing mercy to the world and me. See, right? Many times when you ask good questions to speakers, they feel so happy. They say, good questions, Mataji, good questions, Prabhuji. Go down and eat. I have nothing. You can eat fruits. You can eat banana, go. So he will say, now with the Maitreya is also very happy. Maitreya is saying, thank you for asking these questions. These are going to help everybody. Now, because Vidura is asking, Maitreya will explain. Because Maitreya will explain, those who are reading Bhagavatam will get to know about Krishna. We all will get benefited, right? So now he's saying, you are born from Vyasadev, and I know you are Yamaraj. Vidura is none other than dear devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. He is Yamaraj. And who else will know better than his devotees? Suppose a president is there and president's personal assistant is there, or of course the personal assistant will know all the details about the president, most of the details, right? We will not know more about the president. So demigods like Yamaraj, they're serving Krishna all the time and they're devotees of Krishna, so they will know best. So he's saying, you are none other than Vidura, who is your Yamaraj. So I know. Now, good. Thank you for asking. He's feeling very appreciative and very grateful for his question. So now, Vidura is the son of Vyasadeva. So what exactly has happened? We all know Bhishma, right? Bhishma's previous name was, Bhishma Pita's previous name was Devavrata. And Devavrata's father, Shantanu Maharaj, he wanted to marry Satyavati. Okay. After Bhishma's mother left, Shantanu Maharaj wanted to marry Satyavati, and Satyavati's father kept a big rule. He said, if I marry my daughter to you, you already have a son Bhishma. He is going to become the next king. The children of my daughter are not going to become the next kings. So then Bhishma will say, oh, that is your problem. I promise you that I will not become the king. Then Satyavati's father will say, okay, you are promising, but you will marry and you will have your children. Because you are the oldest son, you will get married early and you will have children earlier than my daughter's children. So now your children will become the king. My grandchildren will not become the king. So how is it possible? Then Bhishma will promise. Bhishma will say, if that is your problem, I am not going to marry. So then Devavrata became Bhishma. So now he is Shantanu Maharaj married Satyavati. She had two children named Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada and Vichitravirya unfortunately left their bodies without having children. Okay, go and chant. So then they have Ambika and Ambalika as their wife. Ambika and Ambalika. So now no children. Satyavati will regret for her mistake. She will ask Bhishma, can you marry? Bhishma will say no. Bhishma is a gentleman. He will say, I don't want to marry. I already promised. I don't want to, come out of my promise. That's how a gentleman does, right? They keep their promise. So now they should have children. So they will ask Vyasadeva to bless Ambika and Ambalika. Now Vyasadeva is a sage, right? So he looked very scary. And when Vyasadeva came to bless Ambika, what happened? Bless Ambika with children. What will happen to Ambika? She gets cold and she closed her eyes. So Vyasadeva will say, she closed her eyes, so you will have a child who is blind. And Ambalika, no, I think Ambalika closed her eyes. He said, you will have a blind child. And Ambika, she got so scared looking at Vyasadeva. She doesn't respond properly. And he says, you will have a child who is very pale. He's Pandu Maharaj. Now next time, now Satyavati feels bad. What are you doing? One is blind, one is pale. How is this possible? And now Satyavati will say, okay, now Ambika will say, I will send my maid servant. So then the maid servant will get blessings, and that is how Vidura is born. Vidura was equally respected by Bhishma, though he's the son of, he was also trained in all the arts. He was also taken care like Pandu Maharaj and Dhritarashtra. So that is how Vidura is the son of Vyasadeva. And why Yamaraj became, and why Yamaraj, quite somebody's singing. And now why Yamaraj became Vidura? Why? There was a curse by Manduka Rishi. So what happened, once upon a time, the state police caught some thieves. Okay. And then they hid in the hermitage of Manduka Muni. They were hiding there. Then the police constables arrested all the thieves and also Manduka Muni, thinking that he also made some mistake. The magistrate, what did you do? He punished Manduka Muni also to death. Okay. They said, they ordered, like he will be killed, pierced with lance. And when he has to, about to be pierced, the king got a news that Manduka Muni is a great Muni and he didn't do anything. So now the king will stop and he will beg for forgiveness. Oh, I'm so sorry. The king begged. And then the saint Manduka Muni went to Yamaraj and he asked, why did you, why I had to go through all these things? Why did I go through all these things? And Yamaraj said, when you were a child, you pierced ants with sharpened straws. That is the reason you are put into this difficulty. And then Manduka Muni got very angry. He said, this is not fair. Kids are very innocent. How can you give punishment for an innocent thing? How can you do this? And then he will curse Yamaraj to be born in a Shudra family. That's how when Yamaraj got cursed, he came down as Vidura. That's why Vidura was very dharmic. Yamaraj takes care of dharma, right? Whoever is adharmic, Yamaraj punishes. So Vidura was very dharmic because he is being Yamaraj. So now Maitreya Muni was very happy with the questions that Vidura asked. Sometimes if you see, the teachers will get very mad if you just ask for the sake of asking, right? Even in your class, if you ask weird questions, something gibberish, something silly, the teacher gets mad, right? She will understand. The teacher can understand if you are purposefully asking or do you really mean it. The teacher knows. How many of you agree with me?
Me.
Recently in my son's in my son's class, they got this, what is that? Lunch detention. Whole class, not just one or two, because this is what they were all making one or two kids. They were making fun with the teacher by wasting the time asking gibberish questions, not letting her tell the class. Not all, but she gave that to all of them. The 3-4 students, they were stopping her, not letting her go forward, and they were doing all these things. So today, important points is Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha, hearing Krishna Katha without talking anything nonsense is very important. We should all try to talk about Krishna, Krishna stories. It's very important. Friends. Now we have, in high school, I have devotee kids, 3-4 kids in the class. Whenever I see them in Bhakti Vriksha, I ask them, how is school? They say, we are very happy, Mataji. We have our devotee friends. We are so happy. We together sit and eat prasadam. We don't care about what is happening others. We eat lunch together. We sometimes talk about games. We sometimes talk about movies. But we still sit and chant together, Mataji. So see, so when you all come together as friends, it is very important to also do some Krishna Katha always. And second thing we have to learn is being grateful and appreciative. See now how many of us like appreciation, right? When you get good grades, we all look for appreciation. We feel so encouraged, right? If you don't have appreciation, you feel very dejected. See now Krishna himself appreciates all of us for the very little thing that we do. Very little things we do. But still Krishna is very appreciative, right? Like I was hearing how nicely Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. I recently read one realistic pastime in Dubai, I think. So if I remember roughly, there is one Mataji who went to India from Dubai all of a sudden. It was like an emergency plan. She went, leaving her family. And then this Mataji's friend, 2-3 days before, she gets a dream saying that her friend is going to go to India. And then her friend thinks, why she's going to India now? She didn't even inform me. Okay, maybe she's going to India in an emergency. And also I got a dream that she's going to India. Maybe she's going. And when she goes to India, the car, like her family car here in Dubai, meets a major, like an accident. The front portion, nothing happened. The back portion of the car got completely damaged. Completely damaged. And then her friend, after coming back to India, she will tell, you know, Krishna sent me for a reason to India. He created that emergency situation that I have to go to India because he has to save me. If I was in Dubai, I would have gone with my brother and sister, and my place always is the back seat. If I would have sat in the back seat, there is no way I would have been alive. So Krishna really appreciates us and really shows, he feels grateful actually. We have to be grateful to him, but he feels very grateful when somebody is chanting. He feels very grateful when somebody is talking about him. He feels very grateful when somebody is preaching about him. So, and then she says, like, Krishna really reciprocated and he showed, like, he saved me. If Krishna was not there today, I would have left my body. In our situations, till I came into Krishna consciousness, I never knew that I was really protected by Krishna. Now, when I sit and think, so many situations I think of, now, what I have gone through, I will think, oh, really, God has taken care of me. I never thought about God that time. But really, if in our life, if you sit and think, it could be your exam, it could be a small boo-boo that you get, anything. Krishna is always being very grateful and very appreciative of the little things that we do. So it is our dharma to make him happy by doing Krishna Katha very nicely, right? Then he's very happy. And now we have just 10 minutes. I want to ask you all, I want to give you all a minute, just 1 minute. Then I'm going to mute after that. You can tell me 1 minute of talk. You can talk telling me to whom, like in your life, if you think of to what situation or to whom you can be grateful, or you want to tell that you're grateful to somebody or you're appreciating somebody. You can do it now. If you want to appreciate, you want to be grateful to somebody, show your gratitude, you can talk now. Who wants to go first? That is your activity for today. I will see raise hands. But you have to take only 1 minute, okay? Palvit goes first. He didn't get a chance, so. Sorry, Nana. Can you unmute now?
So did you say Mataji again?
You didn't hear the question. I said, now you can take your turn to thank somebody, to appreciate somebody, or to show your gratitude to somebody. You can talk, like you can tell.
So like Krishna.
You want to show your gratitude to Krishna? Why? Why?
I forgot what gratitude means.
Hmm?
I don't know what gratitude means.
Gratitude means you're feeling thankful. That if somebody does something for you, you feel very you feel very, gratitude is like you feel very thankful to them that they're doing this for you. You can hear others, then you can come back, okay? Then you'll get an idea.
Well,
Kabir,
Mataji.
okay, let me ask some older boys then. Param,
Mataji, I actually got it.
I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance, Palvit.
Okay. Mataji, so
1
I'm
minute. Okay?
grateful, I'm
Mm.
grateful to Krishna because what happened was that we were driving and then we got in a accident. It wasn't that big, but we were I was really thankful to Krishna because you don't know what could have happened, but it was really small. But I'm really thankful to Krishna that nothing really bad happened.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Me, Mataji.
Okay, Palvit, go ahead.
So one time I was riding my bike and then I was not able to get it, so I had to practice more and more. Then I was praying to Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then especially I was thankful to him, and then he helped me ride like something.
Okay. Raised hands. Janavi?
Mataji, Balavrinda raised her hand, Mataji.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see her. Vrinda?
Okay, Mother. So what I wanted to say is that I'm thankful for my mom and my dad and Krishna, cause my mom cooks me food and she sends me to school good and she takes care of me, and she's the person if I need like money for school, like for buying something or like something, she would give me money, and she would also take care of me. And my dad would help. My dad would take me to the parks, and he would earn money for the family. And I'm grateful for Krishna because he put me in the material world to learn my lesson that I have to be good, and I'm thankful for Krishna because he gives us everything what we need, and in any problem. If one day before I went to India, the night before I went to India, I was really sick, I was vomiting and everything, and I prayed to Krishna and Krishna helped me.
Good girl. Ramachandra?
I'm grateful to Krishna because one time I think I'm not sure exactly how it went because it was a long time ago, but my family and I weren't like in the house, but the people in our basement were, and apparently the fireplace was on, and while we were somewhere else, our basement people told us they were smelling smoke, and apparently our living room was on fire, and so we called 911, and yeah.
Was
It
it real
wasn't
fire?
very serious at all, but
Oh,
Krishna saved us.
very wonderful. Shiksha?
Who said that? Because I can't see everybody there.
Ramachandra said.
Oh.
Shiksha? Shiksha's not coming. Bala Prabhu, you want to say? No, Madhav raised his hand. Madhav? Madhav?
Say no.
So I'm thankful to Krishna because Krishna gave me everything and Krishna gave me everything.
Okay, thank you. Diksha is not talking. Who raised hands? Madhav raised. Is done. Madhav is done. Vrinda is done. Param is done. Suhrut. Samskriti,
Yes, Mataji.
you want to say something?
I appreciate my mom for like cooking for me every morning and taking care of me and letting me do stuff that, yeah.
Very nice. I know. You should really appreciate your moms. Bala. Bala Prabhu ate very nicely. One plate of something he was eating. Now talk.
I know, I forgot.
You forgot who I am asking. Okay, Bala Cheppu. Whom you want to say thank you, Cheppu?
Krishna?
Why? Enduku? Why?
Because Krishna
Don't look at Amma. Look at me. Cheppu. Tell.
Because from Krishna, from this accident we had, a car accident.
You had a car accident. When?
Small accident. It was a small accident. My seat was so small.
Oh, when you were so small?
No, when I was big, but it was like a small car accident.
Oh no, very nice. Krishna saved, right? Good boy. Your mom also works very hard for you, right? Okay, good boy. Okay, so I think those who raised hands and those whom I asked. Kabir also spoke. I don't know. Kabir was raising hand, looks like. Okay. But see, I'm so thankful to all of you and all of your parents for raising you so nicely. You attend every week. And we're all thankful to Bhakti Sangha group. So many things, right? In our list, we have to say thank you to so many people who are helping us, encouraging us in being good children, right? To your parents, to Krishna, to your teachers, to Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay? You're all very,
Hare
very
Krishna.
nice. And don't forget to Krishna Katha when you meet your friends. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Good
Hare
night.
Krishna, good
Vancha
night. Vancha
kalpatarubhyasya.
kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Padma Sakhi Mataji ki jai, all little kids ki jai. Happy Ekadasi everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. Hare Krishna. Good night.
Good night.